Hello students, welcome to online lectures of Kiyadoshi Group of Colleges. So let us continue with the business administration, and today we are going to see essentials of crisis management, types of crisis and its management, right? So this is the second video lecture. Let us start. Okay, as we have seen that what is crisis, right? Definition of crisis, um, different we can say needs of crisis management, right? Here are the essential features of crisis management. So the very first is crisis management includes activities and processes which helps the managers as well as employees to analyze and understand events which might lead to crisis and uncertainty in the organization. See, crisis management includes the activity as well as processes, and it helps the manager. It helps the manager to, we can say, analyze and understand the events, that what are the events which is going negatively in the organization, right, and which might lead to crisis and uncertainty. It prevents the, we can say, such uncertainty, such negativity, right? Then crisis management enables the managers and employees to respond effectively to change. See, it is just not that that crisis management includes the managers, but apart from this, crisis management also helps the employees, right, employees to respond effectively. Obviously crises are there, right, but to overcome it, you have to first of all effectively respond, right, to that crisis. So crisis management helps the employees to respond effectively to that changes, to that crisis, right? Then it consists of effective coordination, right, effective coordination amongst the departments to overcome the emergency situation. If the coordination is not there, no employee, no department, no organization can overcome the crisis. So it is very basic thing, right, to coordinate with each other. If it is department, if it is employees, if it is organization, right, coordination must be there. So effective coordination is the, we can say, main advantages of crisis management, right? Then next, employees at the time of crisis must communicate effectively with each other. See, any kind of difficulty is arising, whether it is organization, whether it is in our personal life, right? The basic thing is one, and that is effective communication, right? When we are talking about the crisis which is arising in the organization, if communication, and rather say effective communication, is there, right, not just the manager but employees also should try to communicate at the best level, right, with each other, of course, right? So the crisis and the negative effect of crisis can be avoided, can be minimized, right? Then points to keep in mind during crisis. These are the points which one should keep in mind while the crisis is going on. Just do not panic or spread the rumors around, right? Be patient. Everything will be fine. At the time of crisis, the management should be in regular touch with the employees, external clients, stakeholders, as well as the media, right? In short, insiders as well as the outsiders of the company. All the stakeholders should be well informed about all the situation which is going on within the organization, right? Then avoid being too rigid, just be flexible with the time, right? One should adopt well to changes and new situation, right? Try to adopt the changes, right, the new uh, cope up with the new situation, right? Then the main point which all the company tries to all the companies try to, we can say, focus on, that is types of crisis. What type of crises are going on within the organization? The very first and the very common crisis, right, that is financial crisis. A financial crisis occurs when a business loses value in its assets, right? And the company cannot afford to pay off its debt naturally, right? Typically, this is caused by a significant drop in demand for the product or services, right? If the demand is low and the uh, company is obviously trying its level best to uh, balance between demand and supply, right? But anyhow, company is not in the stage to fulfill that. So this kind of crisis occurs, right? The company must move funds around to cover immediate short term costs. Then they will need to reanalyze the revenue sources, right? That from which sources revenue is coming, and uh, to which area the expenses is going out of the business, right? So these are the basic thing, basic points which emphasize on the financial crisis, right? Then personal crisis, right? The name itself says that uh, it is about personal crisis occurs when an employee or individual who's associated with the company directly or indirectly, right, they involved in the unethical or illegal misconduct. They are not fulfilling their duties well, right? Whether it is within the workplace or an employee's personal life, both can be happen, right? These situations can result in a serious backlash against the company, right? Company can fall down. Since the organization employed or supported this individual, their lack of judgment is reflected on to the company's reputation, right? So first of all, managers and the leaders of companies should understand the mental state of their particular employees, right? And then uh, just try to focus that your employee is in good working environment, and this is, believe me, this is enough for any employee, right? So this was about the personal crisis, right? Then important one, organizational crisis. Organizational crises are situations where the company has significantly wronged its consumers. Rather than creating mutually beneficial relationships, these businesses use their customer as a means of benefiting the company. See, here, this is as we have, discussed earlier, that any company's goal will be of maximization of profit. Yes, but at the same time, companies should see that every customer, every consumer is satisfied with its product, right? And not only satisfied, but no harmness should be there, right? So this type of crisis includes misconduct like withholding the information, exploiting the customers, and misusing the managerial powers. Such are the organizational crises, right? Then the technological crisis. In today's technology driven age, businesses heavily rely on technology, right? And why? Just to perform their day to day functions. So when that technology crashes, naturally, they have a lot more to worry about than a few missing emails. E-commerce sites and software companies can lose millions of potential leads if their servers suddenly break. And nowadays, right? Nowadays, we often watch the news or read the news in we can say newspapers, right, that this site has hacked and this site is crashed, and such news is we often see. So these are the technological crisis, and that's not only a huge loss of potential revenue, see, but it's also a major hit to the product or services reputation, right? And the whole company's image will be affected, right? Then natural crisis. If an earthquake destroys your office, you might call that a crisis, right? While it may be rare, natural disasters like we can say earthquakes or say tornadoes, right? These are the things which can make a significant impact on your business. If your company is located in an area that's exposed to extreme weather, you will need to prepare an emergency response in the unfortunate event that you are affected. So we can say in such crisis, company should see that what type of crisis are going on within the organization, and accordingly the management will be implemented, right? There are a few more types which you can write in your exams, and that is crisis of malevolence. See, how should we pronounce this? Malevolence. It means we can say something which is full of grudges, right? Or say which is something which is in opposition, right? Something negative. An organization faces a crisis of malevolence when opponents, or we can say any individuals, use criminal means or other extreme tactics for the purpose of expressing hostility or anger toward seeking gain from a company, a country, or any economic system. It will be in the extreme negative stage, right? So this happens in big giant, like big giant. We are not naming those companies, but yes, this happens, right? Then we can say a workplace violence. So this kind of crisis occur when an employee or former employee commits violence against other employees and organizational grounds, right? It happens in any size of company, we can say, right? Then rumors. Yeah, this is the nowadays, the rumor is the part of our life. False information about an organization or its products creates crisis, hurting the organization's reputation, right? And sometimes students intentionally such things, such news are being spread, right, by the, we can say, uh, competitors mainly, right? And we often see this in movies, right? So yeah, these are the types of, we can say, crisis. Now, how to manage such crisis? So basically there are three types of crisis management. See, first of all, you need to um, identify the crisis going on in the organization, and accordingly you should manage the crisis, right? So the very first, that is responsive crisis management. So what is that? When a crisis hits your business, it's important to have a plan of action ready that matches the situation at hand. Responsive crisis management executes that plan and handles any unexpected roadblocks that may pop up. This includes communicating with stakeholders, informing your employees, creating adaptive solutions, right? In short, if financial crises are there, personal crises are there, you should, or a company should use responsive crisis. You should be a bit, uh, we can say, a bit you should be a clear, first of all you should be a clear understanding of the crisis. See, if financial crisis is there, then you should check the root cause of it, of course, right? If personal crises are there, you should check the root cause of that personal or employees disagreements, right? So these are the, we can say, crisis management. This is the management of crisis in which we can say communication does help, right? It does help, right? So this was about the responsive crisis, right? Then we have proactive crisis management. The name itself suggests, right? Proactive crisis management anticipates a potential crisis and works to prevent it, or we can say uh, you should be prepared for it in advance. For example, building an earthquake resistant office and sharing an, we can say, best plan with the employees is one method to prepare for natural crisis, right? You can do this, right? If you know that you are in such a environment that you may have some crisis in future like earthquake, so already you should be in that kind of mindset, as well as you should prepare yourself, that prepare your employees as well, right, your company, that we will manage this crisis according to the situation, right? In short, ready you are ready to face the, we can say, crisis. Proactive, right? You are proactive. Then we have third and last one, that is recovery crisis. See, sometimes students, we do not even see the crisis are coming, right? Bin bulaye mehman, as I have already told you in previous video, right? And it's too late to prevent the damage, whatever caused it, right? So technological and personal crisis can often, we can say, fall down, can often the reason of fall down of business, right? Causing long term negative effects. In these cases, your company may not be uh, able to remove the impact, but you can begin to solve what's left of the situation. This is when you would use recovery crisis management to issue a public apology and conduct research into what caused that unexpected crisis, right? What was that? Something which was missing by us, missing by company. In short, this is the after stage of crisis when you are trying to managing it, right? So this was about the types of crisis and its management. Thank you. Have a good